Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Hello, everybody. We are going into the woods. Welcome to another Wednesday night sacred pipe ceremony. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. I just wanted to, running a little bit late. Oh, dang it, I had it. I just went to the espresso stand. I got myself a blended chai because it's hot out. And I know I'm gonna get thirsty down here because it's very sunny, right? And then I left it in the car. So I have something to look forward to when we get done. It's gonna be mush, it's just gonna be liquid by the time I get there, but oh well. This is the lovely trail through the woods, along the river to get to my spot. When I get here to a clearing, let me see if he's still here. I saw from the parking lot that we have a special guest. If he's still there. Okay. There's too much foliage. I can't see him from here. So. Alright. We come up to the river. Let's see, where did I... Are you still there, grandfather? No, crud. Oh yeah, he is. Hello. I had someone tried to call me, and it screwed up my phone. I couldn't get back. But here. Now, let's see if I can, there we go, let's see. Do you see him right there? It's kind of behind the branch. Oh my, sorry, my hands and arms are shaking. I don't see a white head or a white tail, so I'm thinking that's, whoops, geez, he Pete's, I'm really, okay. That must be the youngling for this year. There's a mated pair of eagles that lives over near my parking area. And this must be this year's graduating class. So that's awesome. So we've got Eagle joining us. We'll see if his parents come by. Anyway, whoop. All right, welcome, welcome. I apologize for being in a bit of a disarray. Yeah. If you're new to my videos, this isn't anything new. A lot of times I tend to be late, but a shaman, like a wizard, is never late, nor on time. And so welcome to my world. And no fancy production things or anything like that, just me talking to you. That sun is blistering. Hello, everybody. Woof, I finally made it. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Oh wow, someone from Brazil, the Amazon forest. Hi, hi, everybody. Welcome. If you don't know who I am or what we're doing here, I will explain. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. I just kind of give my name usually, but I have come into the realization that I was a shaman about 12 or 15 minutes. Okay, I need to ground. Oof. 12 or 15 years I kind of had my shamanic, actually it's closer to 20 now, because for traditionally, when one is becoming a shaman or coming into being called to fulfill their calling as a shaman, the tendency is that traditionally there's usually what we call a shamanic illness or crisis. Usually it's a health crisis, or actually even an accident or something like that. And my shamanic illness that brought me fully into my shamanic vocation was a decade of extreme panic attacks and anxiety. And that was about 20 years ago that I came out of it. It was right around the anxiety started in like 95, at the same exact time that Xena started. And so she's always been my touchstone as far as exemplifying the courage and the wisdom and the fierceness, ferocity that I needed to get through all of that. But then I discovered that I was a shaman, and I've taken classes and training from a whole bunch of different people, and the Foundation for Shamanic Studies, Sandra Ingerman, who's been my main teacher all these years. And she's the one I learned soul retrieval from and stuff like that. So I have been on this path for quite a long time. And let's see, what am I missing? And I do healings, I do readings, I do classes, I do one-on-one classes. So that's who I am, basically. Found out like 20 years ago that I'm a shaman, and then things started to make sense, and then the teachers showed up and everything, and so that's who I am in a nutshell. And what we're going to do here today is the sacred pipe ceremony. You may have heard it called the peace pipe in old westerns and such. It's the Chanupa, it's the sacred pipe of the Lakota people. And the ceremony has been passed down, it's ancient, it's been passed down for 19 generations. And I won't go into the whole story at the moment, but 19 generations ago, the Lakota people were banding together, all the different bands and families and stuff came together because it was really hard times. Um, there was drought, there was hunger, game was really scarce. The various bands were arguing amongst themselves, and it said that the people had forgotten their connection with Mother Earth. And so in that time, this woman, white buffalo calf woman, a spirit being, spirit woman, came to them at that time and brought them the original sacred pipe. And it's a vehicle for oneness, for unity, for bringing. It's about bringing the tribe together, because when we smoke the pipe, especially when we do it in person, it's like we draw in the smoke from the tobacco, and then we blow it out with our prayers, and the smoke carries our prayers to Great Spirit. And especially when you're doing it in person with people, right? Air is the element that is most intimate with us, right? It's the first element that greets us when we're born, when we take our first breath, and it's the last element to let us go when we die, when we take our last breath. And so air is, and you can live for so many days or weeks without food and water, but you can only last a matter of minutes without air, right? So air is kind of our essence. It's who we are. And when we are smoking together, we're breathing each other's prayers, right? And we saw how intimate air is. It's really what connects us. Like when we went through the pandemic, and the disease was shared through the air that we breathe. So this is kind of the reverse, where instead of breathing each other's sickness, we're breathing each other's prayers. And so she brought with the pipe, she taught them 7 different ceremonies, all of which revolve around the pipe. The pipe is the most sacred medicine object to the Lakota people, and all the other ceremonies revolve around this. And as she taught them how to smoke it in a sacred manner, she taught them that the stem is the divine masculine and the bowl is the divine feminine. So when we put it together, until we take it apart, is one giant prayer. It's all of creation. This is church, right? At the time when the pipe came to them, the people were nomadic, and so they could bring church with them wherever they were. And I still think about that. Like when I come down here to the river almost every day to do pipe ceremony, and it really, for me, is coming to church. Like when I put the pipe together until I take it apart, it opens a channel straight to Creator. And it's so sacred. I was raised Catholic, so I was literally born into ritual and ceremony. And then I became pagan, and then I realized I was a shaman. And so ceremony and ritual is like breathing to me, and this is the most powerful ceremony that I know about. So, and it's such an honor to be able to share it with others. And just to be on the level, because people are probably wondering, I myself am not Lakota. I am not indigenous. My heritage is more in the Irish Celtic area. But White Buffalo Calf Woman, who I mentioned earlier, has also been one of my main spirit guides for almost 20 years. And so it's kind of like this natural next step that at first it didn't occur to me, but then it's just as you follow your spiritual path, right, and you're guided, your path unfolds before you. I just did a reading for someone this morning, and it was talking about the importance of alignment, right? Like our main job is to stay in alignment with our spirit, right? A bridge between heaven and earth. And when we do that, it's like blue heron medicine. And heron is one of the best hunters in the animal kingdom, but he also doesn't stalk his prey. He doesn't actually chase down his prey. He stands in the water, his feet in the earth, his head in the sky, total stillness. And by being that bridge of heaven and earth in alignment, he casts a shadow on the water, and the fish are drawn to the coolness of his shadow. And he can stand there for hours, literally hours, and not move. And so the fish come to that coolness of his shadow, and as soon as they show up, everything he needs comes to him. And it's really our main work in this world is to stay in alignment. Because when we do that, everything comes to us. Our path unfolds before us. We don't have to force anything, right? There's a book, it's on my reading list. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard enough about it to get the gist of it. And it's called something like Power versus Force, or Force versus Power. And it's all about the frequent, like force is overpowering things, manipulating things. And power comes when we align, when we're still, when we allow our true selves to shine through. And someone who is in alignment, I saw this statistic someplace, and I think it was actually the guy that wrote that book. And it was like one person in alignment is more powerful than thousands of people who aren't. That's true power. What we're seeing in the world right now a lot, especially in the States, isn't power, it's force. And force is based in fear and control. And power is when we let go and allow things to fall into place, to follow. And it's not that, it's not coming from a place of listening to this narcissistic father figure in the sky and doing everything we can to please him so that we are rewarded. You know, so following his path, following his rules, letting go, letting God. But it's more of letting go because there is no separation. Spirit is who we are. We are all facets of that original source energy, right? And so when we let go and trust that, then we don't have to be in control. Our job, just like in the law of attraction or everything you've learned about manifesting, etc., our job is to hold the vision of what we want, or how we want our lives to look, right? And for the highest good of all people. And by holding that vision, then the universe engages like a GPS system and guides us through the quickest, easiest, smoothest way to get to that destination. So I'm doing a lot more talking than I thought I was going to do at the beginning. Anyway, but You are so much more powerful when you stop, when you take a breath, and when you align, than when you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to change things and force things and push things, because that never works. I don't know why I started talking about all that. And I'm really wishing I had my blended chai with me right now. Anyway, so, and so the pipe is still pertinent today, right? It's like the intention of the pipe is to unify, rather than just the tribe as it was when it first came, is to unify all of humanity, right? I braided this and put it on my pipe. There's 4 different strands, 4 different colors on there. If you know what the medicine wheel looks like, it's that circle with the cross in it. And there's these four colors: white, black, red, and yellow. And those are the 4 races of humans. And that's why I put this is to represent the medicine wheel, to represent the 4 races braided together all as one, right? It's not blending together as one color. You can still see each distinct color, but you can also see the pattern that is built, created when they work together in harmony. That's power, not force, right? So anyway, so that is really what the intention for the pipe is to unify all of humanity. And when we smoke the pipe, we're connecting to all other pipe carriers in this time, the ancestors, the descendants. It creates this beautiful web of light around the world. And the more we pray together, the more we smoke together, the more unified we become. So that is why we still smoke the pipe. And it's just, like I said, it's the most powerful, profound, yet simple ceremony I know of. And it's just such a pleasure to be able to share it, to be in a position. To be a pipe carrier is just like being a shaman. It's a vocation. It's like being a priest or a nun. It's like you don't decide to do it. You are called. The spirits call you. So anyway, enough blabbing. Let's get on to our ceremony. The first thing I'm going to do, of course, is set our sacred space. I do that through drumming, through what a lot of cultures call the wind horse. It's like the hoof beats of the drum when we're doing shamanic journey and such. It's the hoof beats of the drum, the wind horse, that carries us to like an alpha level, and then to a theta level, and then it kind of holds us there. It supports us there, so it keeps us from falling asleep, and at the same time keeps us from coming fully awake. And so it's that trance, that in-between level where we can access our guides and our guidance. But anyway, so we drum to call in the spirits, to hold safe and sacred energetic container around us. And the purpose of that is so that we can let go. We don't have to keep our armor on. We don't have to keep our walls up. The spirits are holding that space for us. And so we can let go of all of that, ultimately opening our hearts, because spirit is like water, right? And like the Zen saying, but you can't grasp water. The only way to carry water is in open hands. And it's the same way for the blessings coming from spirit. The only way to hold those is with an open heart, right? Force, power. Force, power. So anyway, I had no idea that's what I was going to be talking about tonight. But anyway, here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Oh. All right. Whew. So I told you a little bit of the pipe. I rambled on about some other stuff. So it's time to do ceremony. So in case you're new here, just to give you kind of a walkthrough so you know what to expect, you know what you're seeing, because parts of the ceremony are in silence, others are out loud, at least. And so I want to give you some context, but you are welcome to do. My purpose, my intention here is to hold space for you to connect to spirit in whatever way best suits you. So whatever that is, whether it's singing or chanting or meditation or yoga or Tai Chi, whatever it is that gets you the most centered, the most connected to spirit, you are welcome to do that in this space, okay? And so the first thing I'm going to do is going to light some sage, and I'm gonna smudge myself. I'll send some smudge your way. And I'm gonna smudge everything on my altar here. And then when everything is clear, I'm gonna lift my pipe and say a prayer asking for permission to smoke in this place at this time. And once I have that permission, assuming that the answer will be yes, that's when I put the pipe together. And then I will take 4 pinches of tobacco and put it into the bowl. And this part is out loud, so each pinch I take it and I offer it to different spirits, etc. The kind of like calling in the prayers of the spirits, etc. And the like spirits of the land and everything, and then we put it in the pipe. So that's part of the prayers, that when we light the pipe and we smoke it, we're also releasing the prayers of the spirits around us. And so you'll hear that part out loud, 4 pinches in the pipe, into the bowl. And then once the bowl is filled, White Buffalo Calf Woman taught me a song she requested that I sing at the beginning of every ceremony that I facilitate. So once the pipe is filled, I will sing that song. And then when I'm done with that, that's when I will light the pipe. And then the next part is in silence, but what you will see me doing is I will take a big puff of smoke from the pipe, and then I will aim the pipe, I will offer the pipe to the different directions, asking them them, offering the pipe, offering them the ability to smoke the pipe with us, right? And then so it's the 4 directions: Father Sky, Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then straight up for Great Spirit. And then I pause for a moment, a silent prayer with the pipe, with the bowl on my heart, the stem to my forehead. And then when I get done, I'll come back and probably relight the pipe. And then at that point, after I do all the other things and I relight the pipe, light the pipe for the second time, I'm going to take a great big puff of smoke and I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. And that is a blessing, a prayer coming to you through my phone, and through the magic of the internet and the holographic universe. It will come out, whatever device you're watching this on, to your heart. And so that is the time when you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers, or set your biggest, bestest intentions. And then I will continue to smoke and blow breath prayers for intentions of my own, for intentions others have asked me to pray for. I actually have a little book here on my altar where I write down intentions that others have asked me to pray for. So if you ever have anything, well, I'm going to say anything big, but it could be big or small or in between. If you ever have anything that you would like someone to help you pray for, want someone to kind of turbocharge your prayers, let me know. You know, you can connect with me through my website, you can email me, message me, whatever. And I will put you in my book. And like I said, I come down to the river almost every day to do pipe ceremony. And so every time I do, all the prayers and intentions in my book get exponentially prayed for. So let me know if you have prayer intentions you would like me to hold in ceremony for you, okay? Then I will, at some point, I might sit momentarily with the pipe on my lap and just kind of meditate or pray silently, and then go back to smoking. And then when the energy feels complete, I will raise my pipe again. I will say another prayer, and that ending prayer, actually, I do it in light language, if you've heard of that. If you haven't heard of that, it's similar to speaking in tongues. It's like I just kind of open myself and let the words flow through me. And it's not going to sound like words that you understand. It'll just be syllables and sounds and such. But it's a more pure way of praying, because I find that it's sometimes more powerful than praying in English, because my mind, especially my left brain, doesn't get engaged in trying to figure out how to word things and what to ask for, what to pray for, how to pray for it, you know. And so I just kind of open up and channel the words that come through. So, you know, we are in sacred space, so feel free to open your heart and feel the energy of those words, even though you may not understand them. And just, you know, another thing that came out of the reading I did this morning is how important play is, right? And when you think about kids playing, it's like they try something one way. It's like, okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's pretend that this is this other thing, and let's see how that works, right? So play. Open mind, open heart, listen to the words. Don't worry about expectations or trying to understand them, but just open to feel. And so that's the adult version of play. It's like, we need to bring more play into our lives, which is like play, try one thing, try another thing. It's experimenting. So I invite you to just kind of open up and see what the feeling is through that. And then I have another song that I sing at the very end that was a gift to me from the spirits of a favorite little pond that I used to walk around on my lunch break when I had a day job. And so then I'll talk some more, or maybe not, depending on what time it is. I kind of try to keep this succinct to an hour or so, but I'll see if there's anything else that's wanting to be said. My guides have anything else to say. And then we will drum again and release those spirits and call it a day. So once again, thank you for joining me. If you came in late, you don't know what we're doing a sacred pipe ceremony. You might know it as the peace pipe. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing such a sacred space. So here we go. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, to Wabin, Shanadisi, Majikiwis, and Waboose, there is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, other voice. Tapaha, nananagide, tahuka pama, hadavahale, taku pupude babai, tamalakate, hanamahuhu kitate, anava, tu kitite, tananga harapapai, tumuhu hutakahe, hadapahakatahu, tamakahe, tanavakaha, hey, humamavakatapalari, tanamabahukite, tataha kahu, prapahi, Tamabakatehe, Tabu, Talakahe, Namaho, Tala, Atpaha, Tapakehe, Tapaho, Hapakatapaha, Tomoho, Te, Hapakatapaha, Namoho, Tilahi, Takai, Tumahu, Kitapakahe, Talakekahe, Takahai, 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 Ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi, ihi, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o. Oofda. Oofda. That's Minnesotan for holy crap. Or amen, or Soviet. Oofda. I'm from Minnesota. I live out in the Seattle area now, but I was born and raised in the Twin Cities area in Minnesota, so you can take the boy out of Minnesota, but you can't take Minnesota out of the boy. Oh. Yeah, it always takes me a minute or two to come back to earth. Ground control to Major Tom. So that is the pipe ceremony, and I hope that you were able to get at least just a fraction of what I get from it, because I get to do this every day if I want to. But and it's like, it's so awesome being able to share it, because it's just like in the Bible where Jesus even said, where two or more are gathered. I don't remember how the rest of that goes, but it's like the prayers are exponentially that much more powerful. So when we gather in these circles, even if it's a virtual circle, even if it's online, we are still connected. There is no separation. And time and space is an illusion. This whole world on some level is an illusion. And that's what the whole path of awakening is about, is remembering what is real and what is not real. So, and it's so powerful. I'm not going to say it's more powerful to do it with others, but it's powerful in a different way. And my main prayer is that other people get the benefit of that. I hope and pray that others are able to feel that power, feel the spirit, and yeah. So, just kind of feeling into, is there anything else for me to say? I think I said everything earlier. So, again, thank you for coming Please share my video. I have a couple of plugs. Please share my video, and please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. That helps the algorithm, which helps more people find me, and the more the merrier, the more people I'm able to share this ceremony with, the better. Among the, like I said earlier, like being a shaman or being a pipe carrier, it's not something you decide, it's something that the spirits call you to. And it's the same with your spirit guides. You can work with certain spirits if you want to. There's nothing that says you can't. But for the most part, the guides that are most intimate with you, that work with you, they just kind of show up. They volunteer. And one of the ones that shows up off and on for me is Black Elk, who was a pipe carrier. If you've ever read Black Elk Speaks, that's him. And if you haven't read Black Elk Speaks, it was one of that was a turning point book for me when I read it in high school or college. But he was a pipe carrier, and when I started doing these ceremonies online during the pandemic, when we couldn't gather in person, I kept asking White Buffalo Capwoman and my other guys, like, is it okay to be doing this? And then at one point, Black Elk showed up, and he had something else he wanted me to do. But I asked him, as a pipe carrier, he was like, is it okay for me to be doing this and sharing this over the internet? And what he told me, word for word, was to have the ability to share something so powerful with so many different people at once and not to take advantage of it would be tragic. So help me out, help me be able to reach more people, to share messages of hope, feelings, experiential experiences of connecting to spirit through the ceremony. And I am your friendly neighborhood shaman, so I am available to help. My whole job is to help you find your path, your connection, your guides. And to do that, you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. You can learn more about me. You can see some of I'm also a cartoonist. I got some of my comics up there. I've got links where you can buy some of the graphic novels that I've self-published, etc. You can see the different services, shamanic services that I offer, readings and healings and teachings. Oh my. Like I said earlier, I do, if you're looking for a teacher, I do one-on-one mentoring. And you don't even have to be a shaman or interested in shamanism, but that's the tech. I teach people how to do the shamanic journey, which is the technique that shamans have used for over 100,000 years to connect to their spirit guides. And you don't have to be a shaman to do that. Anybody can do it. Just like anybody can get the calling to be a pipe carrier. Doesn't matter what your background or heritage is. It's uniting all races, right? Anyway, so you can connect with me right from my website. There's a contact page. You can either send me a message if you have questions, or if you want to sign up for a session with me for any of those. I think I've got a button on each page that will take you to the my scheduling site, so that you can actually sign up for a session with me right from my website. And am I forgetting anything? Oh, and if you enjoyed this, you enjoy my videos, you enjoy my work, you want to support your friendly neighborhood shaman in a different way, I do have my PayPal and my Venmo links in the description under this video. This is my living. This is my day job. So anything you give goes right to me, supports me on my path to learn more, to have more to share and offer you. So it's that beautiful reciprocity. The shaman supports his community, who supports the shaman, who supports the community. And we walk each other home. So, is that it? I think that is it. So, thank you again for your presence. Even if you are watching this on repeat, even if it's a month or a year from now, years from now, your energy is a part of what happened here as I am filming this live. Thank you for that. And let us release those spirits who so lovingly held the space for us, watched over us, protected us. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the faith, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done. You are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. All right, my friends, thank you so much again for joining me. I can feel your energy is part of who I am, is part of what I do. I thank you for that. I hope you will join me next week. Invite your friends, share this video. Until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and go shining. All right, bye now.